So here's an imaging to know about Backlash tonight. So so all I said apart about Backlash was Backlash was a really good show about the parts of the masses was really good. So it's no suspense today's. It's just masses. Um so to get one applications on my expenses right here on my screen bottom below. So if you want to buy something on dailyshop.com and more. So let's go live right here. So here's the fourth match. Seth Rollins goes one-on-one against Braun Breaker, saying, "I did last time in Athens, Seth Rollins lost to Gunther at WrestleMania 42 on April 18th. Now Braun Breaker lost the Royal Rumble match January 34th. It took minutes Seth Rollins wasted no time and lasting a month of previous races on Braun Breaker to kick off Saturday's night. Agent ran Backlash over lasting in office before the bell ring and then diving through the ropes in a while. And he set the ring to keep the badass of KITER and Braun Breaker headed his opponents in moments of casting him and they fight and tossing him around the squad circle before gliding him, looking to his eyes. His strength and size wasn't equivalent to overwhelm the forcing onto the mat, saying, and it went the Wallet Magic in comeback, the second aggressive competitor, bashing him with a clothesline into it, dive him back down into Blind Saints missiles, but an onside spear and results to hell you eat a simple kick is a baby face to create so there's a space to um, amount and offense. Seth Rollins has set Braun Breaker up for a stomp on his head. So Anybody distracted himself by blowing a kiss to him, kiss to Paul Heyman at the ringside. Doesn't only his opponent to set a first attempt and get real sense of this is awesome. Arthur has an Athens spill to the outside deal and probably go to a level a stopping clothesline from the ring and bring to his opponent and also a commentary table so also recover and attempt his Sherman Simplex, Falcon Auto combinations and Bonnemaker however couldn't with Falcon Auto on his own for a count of 2. After late on Wallace 28 sword, the Bagel startled by landing on his feet, and he wasn't even appeared to have a victory in the hand. Also, however, a distraction from Paul Heyman and interference from Logan Paul in Austin Ferry and conjugate what Dayton Spill from the badass. So Message saves time. Wallace had been kicked out at 2. Agent went to Wallace, coming in all spill with a pedigree and a triple race against Roman Reigns from WrestleMania 36, but it was not enough to earn him the win, and Braun Breaker caught a meat leap and was with a spill for the win. And the winner of this match, Braun Breaker. Also chosen Jeremy played 38 in the cards for his second POE in the row with Wallace and Abe's intimate rear and tear on his body, becoming the full story of the match itself. Arguably saw the same thing with Roman Reigns, who brought that to a fair point during his rivalries with CM Punk, and Reigns is a few months old, and yet Wallace, the subject was not cold, has impactful base on the farther stretch, and just did not need all of the influence to test the story it normally did for Soul. Added it to protect Wallace and give him an out for the Usos, but it was his own big mistake by taking to set the air out and gave Braun Breaker the win. Added even with the energy and influence, and this was a strong number that he had set the club red hot right out the gate. He apparently Braun Breaker won with the bigger wins of his young entire career, and probably is a storyline that beggars to continue forward. So I just said a power to Braun sent a kiss to Paul Heyman. So could be wrong, but it looks like there's less attachments. I think. So how did Braun Breaker do that landing spot on it to the buckle? I didn't just quote when says everything. So I love the effects, and this has lasted longer than any of the WrestleMania matches. So Bonsus took a page out of Seth Rollins' book. It's a great match with the right winner. So let's go to a Trick Williams match. So we have a United States Championship on the line. Trick Williams against Sami Zayn. Now last time in Athens, Trick Williams has argued Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 42, April 19th, saying, wasn't arguing the United States champion Trick Williams. It was started on Saturday at WrestleMania rematch, and it was hot. Seconds of the fight, just an injured Sami Zayn, but found himself on injured very soon. As it has the genocide, causing news has anything against him. Injured Trick Williams decides a sobbing neckbreaker to it down, his silencer and then that caught him within a AXE kick, ALA, Booker T, and then him has sense of rope that trick belt. But was true. After he dove seamlessly into the mat within in rings, Ironbite could only keep him down for 2. When he took the fight to the ropes into the underdog on the underground, cutting his summon simplex, ended with a sunset flip and powerbomb for 2. Trick Williams caught a saucing Singh with a boot to the face, but if it played to the blue from the bomb for 2. I just said his attempt a springboard missile, but landed on his feet, and it appeared to assert it in me, seriously only to reveal it was a RUSE from there. He capitalized on in a profit to adjust distractions from Yai. And Boston sent the shipment with a Kenya stick, but the stick could only keep Trick Williams down for 2. Then it went Ayani to eliminate a paperwork payback moments later. He was flashing Sami Zayn with the same Kenya stick. But Williams was unable to capitalize the hair lowered on the apple. He was beating him down at the ringside, and he was striking him with the cane. Was it only to eat a crossing from Williams onto the ring steps? Sami Zayn recovered with a DDT onto the steps as a match. Tigers he added a hulu kick to Ayali onto the floor to the faucets of a booth and back inside. Take one of the dots of a kick from his opponent in the middle to Trick side as Gold retained his title. And the winner on his match, Trick Williams. So if it wins anything couldn't wait as it lasts long in this match. Sami Zayn is something and only got Backlash straight on ESPN 2. So I didn't remember this match has Dwayne Sausage The Rock and Hulk Hogan perhaps with paper torn against a baby face. It's high time. Was it high time to torn Sami Zayn his hair torn? After he is getting go away and just hitting now. So why are they trying to make Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn like sunset so hard? Are they that this permanent indeed will stop realizing the wrestlers? I think so. I think this match is already longer than the match like WrestleMania. So So let's go to the next one. Sami Zayn Trick Williams. Let me see. Okay, great, so now, and that this is done and over with, let's start Bonnie Trick Williams against Kamala Hayes. So, do you think Trick Williams wants to face against Kamala Hayes or his former best friend for years? I don't think the WWE wants to turn on Sami Zayn. It says Trick Williams is a fashion racing star. I think every night that's where Trick Williams is going literally a lot of a fan base. He's sitting here but at every very cool person of one who's an awesome pro wrestler he is. So in plus you ever wondering why they keep saying well the trick it is because of Kamala Hayes. Okay, his butt. I think so instead of your AI bust down on inches in the barricade, so Benjamin Ayali said down and Bond says spell. So here I said once, who else wasn't live? So thanks to the Gossip Auto, these lucky fans got their WWE Backlash seat and upgrade. So that's a good match. So let's go to the next match. So we have Danhausen in a mystery partner against The Miz and Kate Wilson. Oh man, this is hilarious part here. Last time in Athens, I was into Danhausen on defeat The Miz on SmackDown on April 24th. The Kate wasn't lost, so Onion said excited. More Waddle on SmackDown April 17th. So I was into it that Hassan deposit a maybe clone of himself on Saturday to combat The Miz. And Kate wasn't into the fourth match to it Gossip on the ESPN app. And it when maybe Hassan, Donovan said the access early in keeping the hills off guard. Massachusetts is said that Hassan used the ring post to exercise control of this match and gave the hill some heat. Well, I like the a part of that Hassan and did it he along himself. I think with that casket box, I think. So it did maybe Hassan fought from underneath. That's only because it wasn't before joining a Minnesota. So Kate wasn't a biggest. making a hot tag to his partner. Enhancing his balls into the match itself, regarding his team and another exhibition simplex to Kate Wilson. He added a DDT to the Miz as a babyface belt moments. Later, Agent when Kate Wilson fought maybe hasn't up the embassy to throw him into a casket he came out of only for a special body to bring about to a rifle of the maybe hasn't. Agent from WrestleMania, and Kate Wilson told maybe hasn't said you are cost. So Agent calls back on him by way putting money in the Miz. Let it be whether the score crossing final or Jen Hassan is too great. Oh yeah, Jen Hassan was speaking of Jen Hassan, also get me merchandise has Jen Hassan merchandise. Also get that I might. So my birthday is coming away about 3 months away. So I might get me Jen Hassan merchandise. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do review every Friday nights. It just gonna be good. And it is called upon for Jen Hassan to break it out to the pan and continue to the Miz, kind of binding himself with a father stencil on his thing, and Jen Hassan pack out to the win for his team. So, in the winner of this match, Jen Hassan and Mimi Hassan. So, as you said, reactions to Jen Hassan's opponent was less than just to say so at last. Every day said retired to the box. Public review and just gimmick. So do you think about in this gimmick about that? And if it was funny better than it had any right to be in ridiculous very so for so but about it too turns an old school wrestling clown. Both but just new so it was never tied to be anything else. I think insert results was in a fun match that paid to set just cancel involved and gave the fans a most award such a fine classes. So I liked the part about Ned Hassan. He was so I like his paint on his face what he did. So it was more maybe Hassan came out and he wasn't was turned around and he was running away from said side. So this was hilarious too. Um there's a match that was a pre-sales before pay-per-views back in the days. Not on a main card on other pay-per-views. So I knew was those little monsters was part of the show. Anakin has a quality himself is the greatest twisted evil. So let's do between with a Sky match with Asuka. So here's the next match. We have Aya Sky goes 1-on-1 against Express of Tomorrow, Asuka. And last time in Athens, Aya Sky lost to Becky Lynch on Raw April 27th, saying Asuka and Kairi Sane lost to Aya Sky and Rhea Ripley on Raw April 20th. So it didn't really set the sense of lots of fans saying about we want Kairi Sane sense spell from the stands has Aya Sky. And Asuka walked up to start the match on Saturday night in Tampa. A reminder to WWE the process of the attendance wasn't just a puzzle of the central figure in this rivalry's memory to release. A Sky early resources was when the press of tomorrow was cut off a springboard attempting to send her opponents head and neck into the ring inbred. The babyface has a board in bed as an attack. And it was a stone to create to separate by rolling through and doing a double stomp to drive the line out of the hill. And it was with both cabinets and was an ex-passion to the press caught a Sky in is an Oscar log, but the babyface broke free with a midfield struggle. Oscar recovered and deposited it across armband. Sky fought out his appeal, and Oscar lock of her own wasn't set a heel on the innovative. When Oscar bought herself a response sending her for more positive head into the ring post. Sky answered with an uppercut and then tied for the top rope and handed king by Asuka, caught into a sunset flip again, flip the 42. Also outside the ring, Asuka tied to for a simplex on the commentary table, but Sky blocked was an attempt to blind her opponents with her blue mist. The babyface news of Wayne Barrett. This notebook. I need to cast it and then send her face and force Aegis at the table. So this guy blocks in the mist from Wayne Barrett's notebook. So that was hideous. So Aggie was back in the ring. ASK tied for the to force the opposite of Minnesota, but Asuka moved. She caught hold upon a triangle and then Imperial Polite that Asuka locked. The Imperial has true the babyface was losing, causing but she quickly counted into a pinfall for two. The youth guy but the bullet train then added the also Minnesota was a glowing victory after the amass Asuka and Asuka so a tearful embarrassed but Asuka putting her formal the student was over. So in the middle of this match, a sky. I did in case there were any debates. Asuka has a good as it has ever been and as a whole and long tag team luckily only extended her Hall of Fame career. What if anything, the women's top division has been the most causing great dominate on WWE also the last 2 years. And in this continue that trade because it was the best match on the show. I went to this point, and one will be hard person to imagine a Scumio will Roman Reigns is second fight to top it. This was pro wrestling, wasn't mixed with a full story, and it was beneficial. After between Asuka, for exit, and moved to the crowd, but like a apostle here. I hope that is not the case because she was great here and still has plenty to bring over to the women's roster in WWE. So I'm just thinking about there's a special announcement. Someone said of a Johnson shaking announcement. So let's go to the bottom of this here. So I had last time in Athens, he was seen 17 times. John Cena lost to Gunther at Saturday night main event has a December 13th of 2025. Largest greatest of all time has a way to make his month's height of a dollar sinking announcement. I was an adult recapping the superstars who had their first taste of the main roster at Sunday night main event and last December, including Soul Walker, Savon Evans, and All Family. He announced a brand new event, the Sun City Classic, for the stars of the main roster, squaring off with the individual stars of NXT. Wasn't on the top of that, Eric crowned the first as Sun City Classic champion. Also, furthermore, the WWE Universe will have the opportunity to force us to deceive and crown the champion when a pro wrestler who loses his match can still be crowned the champion by asking the crowd it indicates his hostile. he thanked the company, said the fans, and introduced the our main event. Also introducing new things into personal wrestling is awesome, whether it works or not. What still remains to be seen, but it ever will. Stressing and chemistry have in common and confidence from to the fans. How can one does not be at last by the introducing of something fresh and equal? What if it helps make a new stars even better? As your friends following isn't risky preeminences within the age of enjoying tools, so that could be a deal breaker. And while it may not be cold of a thousand thinking there was worthwhile hype behind this one. So, Agent Winston said, I've been working on his overfilling game. He's walked like this. And we have no idea what we're doing. So now we really need right so. So and that's it. And that's the announcement. Okay. Anyone is now informing Oba Framing. They rename MT Texas turn this to a factory. So I think so wow. Was it a whole event to buy young talent? The name of the event is Feeding. So I just want to check out websites how much money they made from the Sonic Cena retirement match, and they want it again in all POE. So anyone goes going to tell him about King of the Ring. So WWE is so right now who's been working this stuff, man. I might be the only one working this stuff. I might write some stuff down. So I think that sounds is classic in coming lessons. The next greater fans for this is gonna be file. So here's the next one. Sonic City Sus announced that Sonic City Classic. So they get about one more match, and one more match, one more match. So here we are. The Sonic City Classic sounds APIC, so he put his legacy on the line with a new tournament. Count me in. So let's see who steps up. And one more time, I learned it so I can understand. The ground starts talking under my feet. Oh wait, I wanted it. It had a bigger impact than whatever this announcement was supposed to be. So this is gonna be good. Become the first ever women's Sonic Classic 7 seat 8 of it. So let's go between just our main event tonight. So we have World Heavyweight Championship is all aligned match. Second fight two goes 1-on-1 against Roman Reigns. And last time in Athens, second fight two undefeated South Dakota on SmackDown April 24th. Roman Reigns has undefeated CM Punk at WrestleMania 42 on April 19th. As a World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns came prepared to defend his title against two second fight two in a family civil war in his main event, but the RTC found himself looking for answers. Only has Samoan whereof had an answer for imitating his cousin to at Ham. Actresses of Fight 2 ran down from the stands, evidence of the deposit he saw in the face of the recipient of save a slight when the top receive watched him with a 7-man punch and he kicked out at 2. Also needed in play to a drag the champion to the idiot floor where he powerbomb Reigns to the announced table. I just said second far too really too long and only paid for it. Joey has the seven caught him saucing in where it's bill when he tried to overthrew the dinosaur caught him with a Samoan drop in the pencil finished with his double soap missile for a dramatic near fall. After Roman Reigns noticed his right knee and then he traded hard rights with second 5-2 and coming with a pull of one hip attacks. He punished the tongue just tongue death gap right here. After he really put Reigns out, but the head of the table fought out and backed his cousin into the referee. After all the things, a balls and all 7-man punch and all spill on all into account. Was it just between champion and the dinosaur that could Roman Reigns of removing from the top turnbuckle pad he sent second 5-2 had it forced into the balls mentioned whenever a spill and escort to the telling victory. Was it after the match itself? Second 5-2 in Reigns with all target death gap attack all of the daily reversals and referees who attempt to pull him off and agents in the night by looking into the camera and whipping the actual him. The second 5-2 is out of control. I just said so when also the ear with second 5-2 sitting, standing tall, and announcing is in place at the top of the WWE card who to set award. So, in the middle of this match, Roman Reigns. And this mess will just take it far too. Look like an unstoppable force. The two badass who had an insult for imaging Roman Reigns to at him. He was a real deal. Our main event. Russell who had set a top star in set Johnson winning and probably should have won the title. He had it not been was a turnbuckle. This is the finish. And this is how you make a star. It comes to him has a threat to anyone around him. So I just set the card continue signing for ways. I just set the bell with was cutting issues and concerning he singing to win and based on his seat as in the head as in the table on this coming Monday to set a reminder that the whole show is his gonna return to a dark side, maybe a personally. So that's all we have for this week's MVP and overall grade. Asuka is not only one of the best wrestlers of Hulk Classic wrestlers, but she is also a recording wrestler WWE Women's Top Division, and she picked up to the bill, ball left behind by the four horsewomen and NXT, and she carried it forever and proved to the company that she could induce her style of in-ring work to the WWE universe, and it will respect and embarrass it. I usually bought it at this level and challenged it possibly to the women's top division and had not seen since Under Blaze and Bill Knockout beat the hell out of Eats over into the late 1990s and pull the rest of the women's top division up to her level. Her debut on the main roster was the two her purses have been Jessica Izzy has been in tag team as his pony all the last few years. Izzy is still Mother's Stick, and she proved his months sunny in timber during all great performance against Moses the best wrestler in the title company and against 8 women's who may not have gotten a look from WWE had Asuka not going to this level that she did. After her Tony I wave just in the crowd after her lose on Sunday in a social media post sent to my way by Frank Center and headed that she may be on her way out of WWE. What if that is the case? The Blue events one last MVP a performance. And this was the most constant WWE shows in months with going up and downs. Isn't for the card. There was something for anyone involved. The anniversary of Badass to showcase women's wrestling, Massachusetts, sports entertainment, costly of Johansson, The Miz is a great Kate Wilson, and it is aging truly. The news really happens. So it's not but it tells of an in-ring storyline because the energy Joey has, especially this was a big thumbs up. So let me to wrap this up right here. So let's go to my polls right away. So we have 67% is a so 67% like your story tonight, 8% is alright, and 25% didn't like it. So let's go to on 24 goals. So we have 7% really liked it, 100% is alright, and 7% didn't like it. So I hope you guys have a great Saturday, and I'll see you guys on next Monday for Monday Night Raw and so much more. So next time, when I go live on next week's on Monday, so I hope you guys have a blessed Saturday. So I hope you guys have a great Saturday night. Enjoy your wrestling tonight, and I'll be back live on next Monday for Raw and probably more. So you get one sticker, Spotify, Acapella, Spotify Radio, and so much more. So next time when I go live on Monday, and I'll see you guys this time. So have a great, so I hope you guys have a great Saturday, you guys. So have a great night for you guys. Have a great night. Have your blessed Saturday. So I hope you guys have a Mother's Day at you, and stay tuned in this wrestling content some more for just coming Monday. I'll see you this time. Have a good one, guys. Peace.